G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from Down Under with another installment of Behind the Classics. In today's installment we take a look at the 50th animated film in the Walt Disney Animation Classic canon. It is a computer animated movie which started its life out as a traditionally animated movie being produced in the 1990s. However, it's a story idea that traces back to the studio in the 1930s. Released in 2010, it is of course Rapunzel, I mean Tangled. After the enormous success of Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Walt Disney and his story team debated about which fairy tales they should adapt to the screen next. Of course, the team eventually settled on the likes of Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, but ideas which were tossed around also included titles which didn't find full realization until decades later with a new generation of Disney artists. Beauty and the Beast and the Little Mermaid were both in active development in the 1930s and 1940s before being discarded. But surprisingly, another tale which had been debated upon was the story of Rapunzel. It wasn't until around 1996 when Disney legend Glen Keane, best known as the lead character animator of Ariel, The Beast, Pocahontas and Tarzan, brought the story idea back to the table again as a potential follow-up to the studio's Renaissance fairytale classics Aladdin, Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. Oh, and just for the fun of it, here's a picture of myself and Glen Keane. Don't ask me what I was thinking with that goatee. I think I was going for the Tony Stark look and miserably crashed and burned. The Keane was given the task of developing the story with producer Roy Connolly, and both of them put the project into active development. However, when Keane was asked to lead the character animation of 1999's Tarzan, Rapunzel became a lesser priority, and production of the film was halted. Between 2002 and 2006, Keane worked actively on the project once again. The movie was announced in 2003 as Rapunzel Unbraided. It was rumoured that Michael Eisner had suggested the film be set in modern-day San Francisco and not in traditional fairy tale times. The tone of the film was to become more satirical and, in Keane's own words, Shrek-like. With disdain to this idea, Keane requested a complete reboot of the project in 2005 and more time to work on the story. As a result, the release date of the movie was pushed back and the unbraided subtitle was dropped. However, shortly before resigning from the company, Eisner shut down production of the movie. With the arrival of John Lasseter to Disney Animation 1 week later, the project was instantly thrown back into production and retooled to the film we know today. As mentioned before, Rapunzel's title would eventually become Tangled after the unsuccessful box office of The Princess and the Frog. A title change could not save Tangled, however, which featured some of the worst and most misleading film marketing in Disney history. Yes, even worse than that of The Princess and the Frog. Instead of showcasing some of the film's touching story moments and Disney legend Alan Menken's beautiful score, the film's trailers highlighted the movie's slapstick gags over the top of a Pink song, instantly making it look like a completely different film. Shrek-like. And isolating the audience it was originally aiming for. I should also mention that Tangled was Disney's 50th theatrical animated movie and their first computer animated fairy tale. Both seemingly wonderful selling points which were completely overlooked in the marketing of the movie's theatrical run. Oh, that was, except for a short 2-minute countdown video of Disney's 50 animated features released by Disney on YouTube on the day of the movie's release. With their next animated fairy tale Frozen, Disney finally worked out their marketing problems and drove the movie towards becoming the most successful animated film of all time. Personally, I believe that it was all in the marketing because, in my opinion, Tangled is the superior movie, if only it had been marketed better. Tangled is one of my single favourite computer animated Disney films. The animation is absolutely stunning and the chosen colour palette gorgeous. Fun characters and a wonderful plot make this movie as touching and timeless as any of the previous fairy tale animations. Although the movie's songs aren't among some of my favourites, Alan Menken once again delivered a memorable score with his unmistakable sound, making Tangled sound at home with Disney's Renaissance classics as well as looking and feeling like it belonged. As much as I adore the animation in this film, some part of me wishes we got to see Keane's original vision of Rapunzel as a traditionally animated feature. At least, the movie's production has left behind a plethora of concept art. Additionally, though produced in a somewhat stylized animation style, the Tangled Disney Channel series gives us a good idea of what could have been. Thank you for joining me for this installment of Behind the Classics. If you've enjoyed this mini documentation and would like to join me for future installments, to make sure you keep up to date, please, after the jump, hit subscribe. Thank you once again for watching, and to absolutely everybody out there, I hope you have a magical day.